Hi guys, I am Raymond from Best Fruits in Jamaica. Thanks for taking the time to watch another of my video. This video summarizes how to graft an avocado seedling. Even if you have never grafted an avocado before, if you watch this video and follow the steps outlined, you will be successful on your first try. Before I begin, I would like to thank all my subscribers, and if you are watching me for the first time, please take time to subscribe and to turn on the notification bell. I also want to thank those who tap on the like button on each of my videos, not to forget those who comment and share them with their friends. A friend told me that he received an avocado fruit from his neighbor, which had a pleasant flavor, delicious creamy texture, and good general qualities. So he planted the seed, hoping that it would grow and produce the same quality fruit. I explained to him that plants from avocado seeds only have a 20% chance of ever producing any fruit. In addition, they normally take 5 to 13 years or more to produce fruit, and the majority of times the yield of these trees are extremely low, with the fruits often having inferior qualities. However, in few instances, they have produced fruit slightly comparable to those of the original tree, and only on very rare occasions that they seldom give a superior fruit. I further explained that he could only get the exact fruit if he grafted the seedling with a scion from the tree that bore the avocado that he was given. Grafting is a horticultural technique used to join parts from two or more plants so that they appear to grow as a single plant. The plant that contributes to establish the root system of the new plant is called the rootstock, commonly referred to as stock, while those that contribute towards the shoot system are called scions. This video gives step-by-step instructions as to how this can be achieved. The best time to graft will depend on your geographical location. Within the tropics, you can graft anytime as long as the stock is actively growing and suitable scions are available. But in the subtropical region and areas of marginal avocado climate, grafting is usually done from late spring to early autumn. Selected stocks are used because of their tolerance and resistance to soil-borne diseases, varying soil types, drought conditions, flooding, and fire damage. Scions are usually taken from trees with exceptional qualities such as extremely high yields, high tolerance to diseases, trees having an ideal architecture for commercial mechanization, others having good quality fruit, while some are selected based on the time of the year when the fruits mature. Having secured the stocks, grafting begins with scion collection after the clippers are sterilized with rubbing alcohol. Only healthy and disease-free scions that are actively growing, having either lateral or apical buds that are just about to start growing, are collected. Their age should be intermediate between young and old, or between green stage and the stage where they are just turning brown. Collection involves inspection, harvesting, and defoliation. A small portion of the leaf stalk or petiole, which will naturally fall off within 2 weeks, is left on the stem. The prepared scions are then placed in a plastic bag. The air in the bag is expelled and it is then closed. This will prevent the scions from losing moisture or drying out. The scions at this stage can be used immediately or can be stored in the vegetable section of a refrigerator until they are ready to be used. When the scions are collected from bearing trees, it not only ensures that the trees will bear within 3 to 4 years, but they start producing fruit at a dwarf stage of their life, which makes reaping in the early years quite easy and very economical. Before you begin any grafting session, it is always best to first sterilize the grafting equipment. Before preparing the scion for grafting, cut off a portion from the end which will be attached to the stock and then place them in a small container having approximately a quarter cup or 60 milliliter of water for 15 minutes. Leaving the scions in water, give them enough time to recover any water lost during harvesting, and at the same time it reactivates the conducting vessels in the scion, especially if they were in storage. The stock is carefully inspected to confirm that it is healthy and free from all major pests and disease, and to make sure that it is actively growing, which can sometimes be verified by the faint red color of some of the younger leaves. Most of the leaves within the mid portion of the stalk is removed, with 4 to 6 leaves at the lower section of the stalk retained. Scions are checked and matched with the stalk until a scion of similar diameter to the stalk is identified, after which the top is removed. Cleft graft is the preferred method of grafting. The stalk is split straight down the middle for about a half to 1 inch or 1.27 to 2.54 centimeters. If the apical meristem is to be used as scion, then it should be approximately 4 to 5 inches or 10.16 to 12.7 centimeters in length. If stems with axillary buds are used, they should have 2 to 3 buds with length of scion being 2 to 3 inches or 5.1 to 7.62 centimeters. The scion should be shaped so that the end that goes into the stock is tapered. The tapered portion should be about the same length as the slit in the stock. The scion is then placed into the stock in such a way that the bark or cambium region of the stock matches with the cambium of the scion. If both sides cannot match because of size differences, at least get one side to match evenly. The matched scion and stock are then tied with grafting tape. A small plastic bag is then placed over the scion, after which a half-inch or 1.2 centimeter diameter rubber band or a piece of old tape is used to hold or tie the mouth of the bag loosely so air can pass in and out of the bag. After grafting, the stock should be thoroughly checked to remove all buds that are visible on it. The grafted plant is then placed in a shade house or under a tree where they will get approximately 40% of sunlight, preferably on the eastern side where they will get most of the morning sun but very little or about 20 to 30% of the midday or evening sun. The plant should be immediately watered after grafting, and subsequent watering schedules of 2 to 3 times per week should be maintained. The propagator should make weekly checks to remove any side shoots that are trying to develop on the stalk, since if they are not removed, the stalk will try to support only the buds growing on them and starving the scions in return, sometimes resulting in their death. The buds should start growing out in 2 to 4 weeks, after which the plastic bag can be removed within 1 week from first observation of active growth of the buds, and the plant can then be placed in 50 to 60% sunlight. After another week has passed, the plants can be placed in 80% sunlight. These are plants that were grafted using the procedure just described. These were grafted 2.5 months ago. The healing scars are clearly visible, and it is recommended that after taking off the grafting tape, you should use the tape to tie the top portion of the stock by doing one tie, no double tie. This is recommended since sometimes the wound is not properly healed, and continuous swaying action of the developing shoot caused by the wind could result in the union between the scion and stock to separate or weaken, leading to slow growth of the grafted plant, and if not corrected, could easily lead to even death of the graft. The single tie ensures that if the tie is forgotten, the expanding stem can easily force the tie loose. This shoot is vigorously growing, showing a number of fully developed leaves with lateral branches which have started to emerge. The plants at this stage can either be transplanted to larger pots. However, if they were done by a backyard grower who has yard space and the time to properly tend to them, they could be planted out at this stage. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.